So I'm just about to repaint the cockpit, but we're gonna go with cedar deck coat this time, which has like a more yellow color to it. So that was just like for beforesies, and then I'll show you guys once I'm done painting, but it should be pretty fast. So just got the deck coat on. My tape really let me down. I think it'd been sitting outside and probably got wet, so none of my edges are clean, which is very disappointing, especially because I like taped them, but should have known better about that tape. But I think the yellow is a lot more suitable. Daggone, when I did that gray, I immediately hated it, like immediately. So I'm really glad that we chose a different color. Just pairing warm tones with other warm tones is always going to be a more complementary option. It's fucking hot out here. Whew, my beer got warm like immediately. I'm gonna finish the seats that go there. That's a pretty big job. Done. So this is where the stands used to be.
My rings are all coming off.
Yeah, because it's been...
It's fucking dry out.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting the hole out nice and round, and then I'm gonna cut a fresh one out of that piece of sapele. Okay, I just got this hole cut out a lot nicer. Okay, so I got a plug cut. I drilled out the middle. Actually, you know what? I'm very happy with that. What the fuck? Flawless. Got it fit. And as you can see, I got it nice and centered. This rebates nicely into there. Now I just have to cut it to length.
It is very hot on deck, so just kind of chilling under the boat. I'm looking at the hull that needs to be sanded. It's kind of the worst job. I'm not sure if I want to do it. However, it would need to be done. We also need another can of bottom paint, which sucks, because that's like, I think it's like $400 a can. But then that wraps up the haul. Yesterday, I'll show you what I did. So Barry made that little donut piece for around the propeller, and yesterday I just like skim coated it, I sanded it, and then I just like did a thick epoxy mixture. It's still a little tacky, so I'm not gonna sand it today, but if it was dry, that would be a good thing to do. But Barry can like knock that out in 2 seconds. I don't know, I don't really want to do much more, and it's almost 5 o'clock, which means beer time, and maybe there'll be cold beers, so.
Now I'm just getting the exhaust cleaned up so I can put a little bit of spray paint on it and run the motor. Here's why I'm replacing this. A, the other one's great, it's stock, and this one will just be my emergency backup. I'm sure you can see why. So I'm gonna swap out for this new one. Look at that, proper exhaust on here. I may have gotten hasty and gotten thumbprints on it.
But you know what? That's just how you are.
That's just how she do be.
You do me like that though.
I left my mark on it, you know? Haley's painting the inside of the hatches.
I was at work today, so that's why I look unusually placed at a boatyard.
Yeah,
It's very hard to do the work in a skirt.
you're doing good though. So yeah, that's what the other hatch looks like. So this is Interlux Bright Side paint, polyurethane, and we put some thinner in it so it spreads a little smoother. And every time you go to use it, first coat always looks like trash.
But it's better anyways.
And then the second coat really, really shines. It's actually a really beautiful paint. This is what we're gonna use for the interior. It's an off-white.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till we get into the interior.
Yeah. It's gonna be shiny. The thing I like about this paint is that it's really easy to clean.
Yeah, I bet.
It's so smooth.
Oh, it'll be so easy to keep it clean once we just like get everything organized.
Yeah, because between the wood stove and the oil lamps, the roofs do get really sooty.
Yeah, I'm a very organized person, so this is going to be a great asset for us. What did you just call me?
Hose. There are multiple hose. This is really cool. It's a little
Take it out
adjustable
of the bag.
sprinkler hose.
Show us.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Oh, and you can make more tie-ins. So this will spritz my hull. You can literally turn them all on and off.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's sick. I'm excited. This is exciting. If I have my knife on me, which I don't. How do I not have my knife on me?
You can use this screw.
Screw it. Let's open it. This is pretty important.
Hopefully they're the right ones.
Hopefully they're the right ones. So
Because you paid $100 for shipping for those.
I'm so nervous about these because if they're not good, I'm fucked. They're really good. Okay.
Oh, those are great.
So if anyone knows anything about motor mounts,
I assume that we don't. I particularly don't.
they are very expensive. To get a motor mount like this would be $200. So I think
But it wasn't 200
it
bucks.
wasn't $200. There's one store on Amazon that sells
I mean,
Motor
it
mount.
seems fine.
just the little rubber neoprene like rubber bit here.
Cool.
But I think these were $60 a piece.
Yeah, 61
So-
something and change.
There we go, motor mounts. This
Get
is
it
a
fucking
huge
done.
step. And now
You're
I know the
welcome.
heights on them, so I can make my adjustments to my engine beds as needed. Is that it? Is that everything? I want more stuff.
No, you don't. Stop buying stuff.
Sweet.
It doesn't make. I mean, that's a cool hose, but.
Yeah.
Alright, and scene.
Haley had a thought
Big brain stuff.
that maybe, because this is beefier, it's actually a bigger diameter, maybe it won't fit in the Volvo.
I vote that it's not going to fit,
Well, I
but.
can tell you right
I
now
mean-
it's not going to fit.
Oh, yeah, that's a very small hole.
But
Can you
that's,
machine those holes
that's
bigger?
why God made drill bits. So now I know. One more thing on the list.
Okay, well, that's not the worst thing in the world that could have happened. Like, all in all, still fine.
Yeah. Like, also kind of cool. Like, let's compare it
It
to.
kind of looks like you're at a carnival when you stand in front of there.
I was.
Carnival.
This is a standard Volvo one, and then this is actually way beefier, bigger diameter on this, and beefier plate. So,
Woo!
this was bigger, so my only option was to drill out that. Now those will fit, and yeah, I've got 2.5 of 4 done. It's critical to brace this against my leg because it'll grab and throw me otherwise. Yeah, first coat done.
Yep, we can do those on deck.
Yeah. Looks way better. Okay, it is very late. Haley's tired and hungry.
8 o'clock, which is not late, but it's late when you've been at work since 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And also you witnessed a separation divorce.
Oh
You
yeah.
witnessed a divorce today. So
That probably doesn't need to go on YouTube.
we probably just I
But
had a long day.
she's had a long day. yeah, so we just drilled out all the holes, replaced the filter, the pre-filter on the motor, and got the new exhaust manifold on, or not manifold, pardon, the new exhaust elbow.
I said I didn't help. That was all Barry.
You helped me with everything.
And by just being a hot piece of ass.
You have no idea how much that helps.
I'm aware.
And did some little touch-up paint and stuff. The motor's starting to look good. This is the first time you guys get to see the motor. I'm very happy with the restoration. Ooh, a little butt in the way. Yeah, she's gonna look mighty fine in the boat, and we're getting there. Broke it.
Oh. Yeah, the steel screws are hard to drill out, hey?
I was just trying to drill a new. I sheared off the tip of the drill bit, so I can't put a new hole in.
Oh.
I think that might be that. That's all she wrote.
What do you mean?
I gotta go buy new drill bits.
Got new bits?
What? Yeah. I don't have any bits in there. I think I have maybe, if I'm lucky, one up top. Probably not.
This is my best filming work. So we tried using the blowtorch behind Barry to solder the wire to the zinc. It didn't work. It just got really fucking hot.
Yeah, this thing's roasty.
Yeah, it retains heat very well. So now we're just gonna go for what Barry says is the classic. And what he's doing is he's just, sorry sir, I'm trying to get a video. He's just wrapping the wire. Maybe do a better job just on the tube.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, so he's just wrapping the wire around the end bracket. There's a lot of extra holes in there because of reasons which I won't disclose.
Because of failing.
But that
bits.
will hold. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, as long as it's got a nice ground connection to bronze bits, it'll protect them.
It'll protect us.
Now I just gotta pick where it used to be here.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter where it goes.
I mean, I feel like this ledge is a good supporting edge. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Maybe do the other one first. That's amazingly hot. Oh yeah, put on like a little, put on your protection.
Oh, it's got a cougar towel over it.
The cougars.
The cougars.
Whoa. Do the other one first and do that one after.
I'm gonna raw dog it.
Oh. Resting on the bolt. Is that enough?
Good enough for Canada.
Yeah, and there for the world.
That's hot.
Yeah, you should put it down for, or you know what, just do it.
Oh, fuck.
It's very, do the other one first.
You know what? I think I can do the other one first.
Funny you should say that. A nice gal once said that. He put it on upside down just to anger the gods.
Yeah, I want more comments.
No, we truly are that lazy. But I don't think something like that really matters. Oh.
Yeah, zincs don't work if they're upside down.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it on the internet, it must be true. That's a boat building kick.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere.
Slap it.
This one's protecting this bronze hardware that comes all the way down here.
Cool story, bro. The zinc is really hot because we just held a blowtorch to it for 5 minutes. So Barry's still trying to install it, but it's very hot.
If you do this, just make sure you use a marine grade sponge.
That kind of is. I used it for sanding the sea tall between layers, so.
I used it for grading marines.
Spaghetti. I don't think you could do that with a marine. They're like the toughest guys out there.
That'll probably slow us down 3 or 4 knots, but that's okay.
Think so?
Someone's gonna say it. Really, it's actually providing downward drag. It's kind of like the opposite of a spoiler, so it's going to keep our boat in the water.
We should put a spoiler on this gal, like a 96 Impala.
I already got one in the mail.
Yeah, so stay tuned for a spoiler install. Spoiler alert.
Can't spoil the episode.
Use a hammer.
Not good enough for Canada.
That's our motor. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't set the boat on fire.
Cool it down.
Whoa, that's an excessive
Oh,
use.
she's steamy.
Yeah, it's very hot. Let's clean up the tools and then set the sprinklers up and then maybe leave the fuck out of this place.
Yeah.
Because I want to get groceries tonight so we can eat food like human beings.
Am I coming home with you tonight? Well, I just bought a pretty questionable Evinrude. I have no idea if I'll be able to get it to run, and I don't know if it's gonna be too heavy for this tender. It actually looks pretty good, and I just don't know. Okay, so I'm just putting some water in here. I just cleaned the spark plugs. I did get a little bit of a kick out of it. Replaced the cable. Found out that, oh God, did I lose it? But, oh, here it is. Woo. So I just have to make it a little shorter. Rests inside those, goes through that, and then gives you throttle control. But I'm gonna get some water in here because I did get a spark out of it, so I want to make sure that hopefully the impeller is working, and hopefully I can get it to run smooth. I got really tired of full start, so just doing this. Linkage down there. Oh, it's broken. Okay, well, it's actually a really simple system. This guy, which is supposed to also include the throttle in this movement, is just leaning against that, and as you accelerate, it pushes the carb. Okay, so here's the two pieces together. It's supposed to go like so, but it's broken. So I'm gonna drill that little nub out and fasten them together with this screw. It's not gonna be perfect, but it will work. All right, quasi reassembled. I'm gonna put it back together and see if this works. Got everything reassembled. And now when I actuate the throttle, you can see in there, it tips him and actuates the carb. So, maybe I did it. We'll find out. Yeah, not too bad, eh? Yeah. I just had to disassemble the carb, put it back together, and oh yeah, I got this thing. Um,
I was gonna offer you some.
oh, you know what? I'll take you up on a
Here.
smoke.
Have a smoke.
I appreciate that. Potentially big morning. I am dropping the motor in today. I say potentially because there could be hang-ups, hiccups, problems, but Zed is going to come by in the afternoon, and so is Haley. So I'm going to work an early day. It's 7 in the morning now. I'm going to head over to Providence, start bending on sails, get her a bit more ready, do a bit of painting, and rush back here. We've got a template underway.
Wow, a walkway.
At this point, I don't even have the engine beds made for the motor, and Zed's showing up in a few hours, so time to hustle. Okay, so this is it on its side. This is the bottom here. And I've marked where the frames make contact on the bottom. And where they make contact, I'm going to cut away, more so at the back, a little bit in the middle, and a tiny bit at the front. So it sits like this currently, and then with those cut away, it'll sit more like that, which will get me closer to flush. And then I'll just clean down the top of this a little bit using that, and we should be in business. So I've made my modifications, milled them down. Oh, so far so good. See if these fit in nicely. Nice, rabbit it in. Oh, hell yeah, that's great. We're a lot more level. We're still out quite a bit. Okay, so I've made a decision. I'm gonna mill off this much more of the top, and then I'm gonna take off maybe about the same out of that furthest back piece so that it sits a little more level. That should do the trick. Ooh, thank you.
Will it fit? Oh, quite indeed.
Sock it nicely into place. Now,
Sock it to ya. So you still have to build that whole piece out of wood.
this?
Yeah, or is that?
No, this is just a template.
No, but you still have to build that though? Or that's what the, oh!
This is a mock-up of this.
Fucking smart. Of the bottom of the motor.
Yeah.
Interesting. So if you're confused by that, that's what's going on. It looks like a very angry face right now. He looks like angry eyebrows from here. You look like a different person from the top and the bottom.
Oh, look how tanned I am.
Too much wearing suits, right?
Yeah.
Can you pass me the epoxy, please?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, a little more work and then she's done.
Yeah, babe, you're nearly there, and we have lots more beer, so.
Hell yeah.
While I have your attention, here's a little vacuum. Thanks of my grandma via my mom.
This one's got a bit of a charge.
Oh, is it? Here's your fire starting ability.
Hell yeah, this would be great.
They're really, that's a really expensive little vacuum.
Irene, or was it
Well, technically it was for me, but I already have one. But I wasn't about to say no to free shit, so. Then also you got new pillows and bed sheets, and I washed the bed sheets.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you want epoxy?
Please. Oh, can I also have 2 gloves, please? How much is this epoxy up here? Wow, there's still actually quite a bit of this stuff left.
Yeah. Do we need another beer? Yeah. Getting it.
This is way too much, but maybe I'll find something else to epoxy.
Okay. I got those rebated in, so it's actually a double rebate on all of those, which is sturdier and nicer, and much to my amazement, there is no discrepancy between the angle of the transmission. I guess I should drive lag bolts before it's too late, before the motor goes on. Oh, that just pulled up. Babe, are you excited?
Repo Man's here. You got lots of space on the other side. Oh, perfect. Like a fucking glove. My beer.
Beer down?
Beer down. 5 points. Taken away.
I have to cut out a bit of my floor timber. It'll take me 15 minutes. Because the engine sump, like where the oil pan is, sits through a floor timber.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I can get it out in 15 minutes.
Yep, no problem. I'll move the engine back. Oh, there's a shit ton of oil coming out.
Oh, that's okay. Now the question is, do we keep on this course or do I reassess and hire you to do this again? Because I now know for certain that the V-drive and the motor won't connect directly. I need clearance for a drive shaft in between, which means I do have to cut out the cockpit and frame that in. So it'll just be like a little half step there, so there's room for the engine to tuck further back.
Yeah.
And then I can do a little constant velocity joint between the V-drive. So a little bit more money and a little bit more fucking around for me, and
But that's just the way that the world goes round. So.
It's the cards she dealt us.
Okay. So out she comes.
Out she comes. So the motor went in the boat and the motor came back out of the boat. So I got some figuring to do, but all is well, all is sorted. Motor is not in the boat, but it was an incredible learning experience and we've figured out exactly the path forward from here.
Can you dump my can for me?
Yeah, I'll dump your can for you, babe. Convenient that the dumpster's right here. Thanks to everyone for watching and liking, commenting, and subscribing, and a big thank you to all of our patrons. It really makes a huge difference alongside with the YouTube revenue, so thank you very much.